Andy, thank you for joining us today. And just looking back over the past two games in the past few days before we look ahead, a defeat to Salford on Saturday, you were frustrated after that one. Much improved on Tuesday. I think you were frustrated that we didn't win the game in that instance.
I think both games, we've played quite well in stages. Particularly the Salford game, I thought the first 20 minutes we was fantastic. Where they go in front and then made a couple of errors and found ourselves 2-1 down, and it kind of knocked a bit of confidence, I think, in the team of what we was doing. We kind of just sort of fell away a little bit, so that was disappointing. We went to Newport. They're all tough games. I have to say that. People say Newport, this, that. They're tough games, but we played quite well. I felt we did all right on a tricky night. The pitch was quite hard and bouncy and rock hard. The wind, which people probably wouldn't have seen. It was a tricky night actually for football, even though it looked like a lovely evening. And I thought we did all right. I thought we'd done the right things. We had good moments. I thought we had the best chances. We probably should have gone up at least 2 up at half time, and then we find ourselves going 1-0 down against one set piece, which again can knock your confidence. But fair play to the guys to come out second half, and I thought there was only one team going to win it, but I was also relieved that we got the equaliser and we didn't come away with ever defeat. So look, we're at a stage where we're kind of probably not getting the wins that we probably might deserve, but football sometimes works like that. We just got to make sure we keep putting in the performances, and not just over a short period of 20-minute spells or 30-minute spells. We've got to make sure we put the performances in over the full 90 minutes, defensively and attacking wise.
He could have had a couple more, but Michael Cheek with the goal on the night, and he's now hit 20 goals this season, 19 of those in Sky Bet League 2. Just running out of words to describe him now.
Yeah, well, I'll give you one word, or 2 words. Should have had more. It's probably 3 words. The other night, he'd be kicking himself, Cheeky, but look, the guy's been brilliant for us. We can't say enough about Cheeky. We're delighted he's our player. And look, he had some good moments the other night, and that's what strikers do, let's be honest. The beauty about Michael Cheek is if he misses the goal or doesn't score, it really doesn't affect him, and that is what good strikers do. They just get on with it, wait for the next one, fair play to Michael. Look, without him we'd be probably a little bit further down the table, so we're delighted that he's scoring goals, and we're delighted that he's at the top of the charts. That's brilliant, not only for Michael but for the squad and the team and the club.
A few eyebrows raised by the fans when the team sheet went out. No Grant Smith on Tuesday night. How's he doing?
Yeah, Grant trained today. His first training session. There's been a bit of sickness going around the camp. He said he's okay, so we'll take a lead on that tomorrow. That said, I thought Sam done brilliant. I thought Sam Long was excellent. He's been waiting. He's been sitting with me and had many a cup of tea with me in a chat of how he's going to get in. And Grant's form has been brilliant, but I thought Sam done himself no harm at all the other night. Was really pleased with his performance.
Blessed to have 2 very, very capable goalkeepers there with Sam and Grant.
Yeah, we've got a good bunch with those 2 and a couple of other younger ones. But particularly what I like about Sam and Grant is, they're working together and they're helping each other. And Sam's constantly pushing Grant, because let me tell you, Grant doesn't play as well as he does unless he's got someone right up behind him that he knows can take his shirt at any moment. I've been in that position. It's healthy competition, and there's a genuine respect between the both of them. And I equally know that Grant will always keep helping Sam and wishing Sam well, and that's good in that department of goalkeepers. So yeah, let's see how it pans out for the rest of the season.
The weather's been great this week. The t-shirt's out. How's training been with the boys this week?
Yeah, training's been great. Look, we're blessed with these bunch of lads. They come in, smile on their face every day. They want to work. There's no moping. The lads that have not been in the team or not been selected, of course they're frustrated. Of course they're looking for me to get in the team. But you know what? They go out on that training pitch and they train proper every day. And I can't ask no more than that from them. I'm blessed with the characters we've got here, and it's exciting times ahead.
We've had some good news this week announced today, and that is the re-signing of Carl Jenkinson on a new deal, a player who he brought in from his travels in Australia, and someone obviously with great pedigree and has really had his impact on and off the pitch here.
I think that you've said it all there, Matt. Carl Jenkinson, someone I've known since he was like 16, 17 at Charlton. and then obviously reacquainted with Carl when we was at Arsenal together. Look, what people don't see, they see him on the pitch as being a quality player, but what they don't see is a quality professional. Around the building, around the place, he's a model pro. He's everything that I want my club and my team to represent. So, you know, it was the easiest conversation for a contract ever. You know, I can't stress Carl's been so open and honest how much he's enjoyed his time here, how much he wants to play. And if I had told people how easy it was for Carl to sign, it was literally a walk from the top pitch down to the bottom, and by the bottom he said, yeah, no problem, I'll sign. It was amazing, and I'm delighted, and I'm not disrespecting Carl with that, by the way. That just hopefully shows the measure of what this football club in a short space of time means to Carl. He just wants to get out there and play. I think it helped Carl as well, having a good pre-season with us. You know, he missed the pre-season last year, so that will help him in good stead going forward for next season. So I'm delighted to have Carl on board.
And it speaks volumes of the club and how everyone's pulling in the right direction when somebody who's played at the very top level like Carl Jenkinson just thoroughly loves being here every day. Yeah,
I think you know, without sort of blowing my own trumpet, I think, you know, having a relationship with these players, you know, that I have now and previous helps. And I just think, you know, treating people properly as I do and everyone else does at the club, you know, it's an environment that we want to make sure it's a good working environment, a competitive environment, and an honest environment. And I think, you know, pretty much everyone will sort of admit that they will slot into that, and we're all heading for the same result, and that's winning football matches.
This week, the visitors to the Hayes Lane Stadium, Accrington Stanley, looking back at the previous game, possibly some of the toughest weather conditions we played in this season, and a really good win on the day, actually.
It was a very good win on the day, and it was a real tough fixture. I mean, I don't think we can take anything away from Accrington that day. There was a tough game. Both teams were trying their hardest. The wind, I've never played in wind like that, and cold. So, yeah, we're looking forward to Accrington coming down here. And again, I say all the time, you know, we've got no divine right to be beating Accrington, Morecambe, whoever we play. So it'll be a tough game. And what I hope and what I really demand of the team is they just put a performance in again. And if you keep putting performances in, not just for like spasms, but for 90 minutes, the results normally follow. And we've got to make sure we keep concentrating on our business, keep putting performances in, and the results will follow.
And one thing, I know we talk about it a lot internally, but doesn't really get talked about outside very much, is the pitch that the team are playing on this season, and the amount of games that have been played on that pitch out there, and the comments that we're getting every week, people coming in saying this is outstanding. It must be great for the team to know that they're going to be playing on that quality surface every week. It's
Ian Jordan must take a lot of credit for that pitch. I mean, we're blessed to have Ian Jordan as our groundsman. He's a real good guy. If he sees my number come up on his phone, he doesn't answer it because he knows I'm going to ask to train on the pitch. But I actually thank him for that now at this stage of the season, because when I watched Derby County last night versus Preston, I mean, their pitch in the Championship was horrific. So we're blessed with what Ian's done with that pitch. And there's been a lot of games on there, and I know the players, you know, don't take that for granted. So for myself personally and from the players, you know, we're blessed to have Ian Jordan as our groundsman, and the pitch in the States in. So thank Ian for that.
Well, Andy, we'll look forward to the game on Saturday, and we'll catch you after. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you.